Well, hello there. Welcome to the OP Foreign Alliance. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Luke.
And in today's video, this is probably the most anticipated trailer of the year so far in 2022. Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse. Very hyped for this one. Like and subscribe, smash the like button, show your support, hit the notification bell. So are you as excited for this one as I am, or not as much, or what's your thoughts?
No, I'm excited now after seeing Spider-Man and also seeing Loki. Before that, I didn't really I didn't care about Doctor Strange that much, and the idea of the multiverse was a bit, unsure, but now we've seen it and we know a bit more about the multiverse. I am very excited about how this movie's going to go. What are you most excited about?
I guess seeing how they plan to make the multiverse be a thing that we kind of happen and kind of see what other versions of characters and just where they can go with the movie.
Do you think they will, through this movie, use it as a way to, bring back characters that would otherwise be dead?
I think so. I believe there's a rumor that Tom Cruise is going to be playing his version of Iron Man and different sort of characters.
Okay, it'd be interesting. Should we get into it?
Yeah, straight into it. Well, not a good dream to have.
I did what I had to do to protect our world. You can't control everything, Strange. You opened the doorway between universes, and we don't know who or what will walk through it.
Yeah.
What do you know about the multiverse?
Liz had his theories. He believed it was dangerous.
He was right.
Visually, it looks amazing.
No desecration of reality will not go unpunished. We should tell him the truth.
Oh.
Things just got out of hand.
You break the rules. Look out! To become a hero. I do it, I become the enemy. It doesn't seem fair.
First thoughts.
Well, they're bringing back Professor Xavier for the X-Men. Did you hear his voice played by Patrick Stewart?
I did hear the voice. I wasn't aware that was him, or what makes you think that that's who it is?
Because that sounded like Patrick Stewart's voice.
Yeah, okay. I guess beyond that, is there anything else that makes you think that? Is there any rumours or...?
No?
Because it kind of to me looked like it was...
We didn't get to see that it was him, but by his voice, it sounded like Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, because to me it looked like it was like a panel of people that were possibly like, let's say where Kang was in the, can't think of it, in Loki. It seemed like maybe some kind of panel that oversees the multiverse, and they were like, should we tell him about it? It could be the X-Men. I just don't know if they would bring the X-Men into this. I don't know. I guess we will find out. I don't know if I'm convinced it's Dr. Xavier, but it could be.
And visually, it looks really impressive. Are you liking the visuals in Doctor Strange, or do you find that it's more style over substance?
Yeah, I think sometimes they try and they want to try and it's like death by like effects. You know, they put so much visual effects into it that they can sometimes try and trick you into thinking a movie's better than what it is just because it looks good. But I think this might have a bit of substance to it, and it will be able to pull it off.
You think it will be better than its prequel, its predecessor, Doctor Strange 1?
Yeah, I think its predecessor, Doctor Strange 1, was somewhat of an average movie, only because he wasn't a character I was that invested in, so on face value it wasn't the most interesting of the origin stories, but this definitely looks like it's going to be more interesting. I guess we've kind of already got this idea that the villain is going to be Doctor Strange himself. Like
From What If, yeah.
Yeah, like another version of him. So we've kind of got that idea, and we've kind of seen that happen in What If, as you mentioned. So what other things did you notice from there?
They were fighting like a creature or octopus, and his nightmare to Dormammu again.
Yeah. And then, the octopus thing was interesting. And then we saw almost like Dementor looking things from Harry Potter that he's fighting at some point. Wanda obviously becomes a big factor in this movie. But there was no real other teasers of other heroes returning. But I'm sure we'll get some. What else is there that you could take away from it? Or what do you think is going to be the storyline based on what we've seen so far?
I guess from the start, Doctor Strange is having nightmares about what could possibly happen in a future and in the multiverse, and then he wants to try and stop it, and then maybe he sees the other version of himself from What If, and then he becomes the thing that he wants to destroy, and then we see other version that he actually succeeded from his nightmares, because why would you show the audience that he's getting nightmares, and that seems like the main storyline?
Yeah, and then I guess the nightmares are possibly, I don't know, something coming from another multiverse that's kind of giving him a warning of some sort. And then, I don't know, he probably goes to some higher being or some kind of place he can go being he's not the Sorcerer Supreme, but he
That's
kind of
wrong
is.
now.
Yeah, so he goes and probably speaks to some kind of higher power, and they kind of warn him of what's going on.
Do you feel like for people that didn't watch Spider-Man No Way Home, they're kind of messing out on the storyline? Or do you feel like if you didn't watch that part of the story, you're going to be confused of what's going on?
Maybe not confused, but I think it enhances it. From that, it maybe seems like Wong was referring to the fact that you've fiddled with space and time, and he's referring to it in Spider-Man, and now we don't know what the ongoing consequences of that is. So I guess it's a tactical follow-on from that movie plus the WandaVision series, so it's quite clever. It's linking shows and movies together.
So do you feel like the storyline will actually deliver, and when we get the cool visual scenes, we'll actually go, this is epic? And do you think the trailer has got you, enthusiastic? Because it's pretty high on your most anticipated movie. It was 2 for you.
Yeah, I'm pretty enthused by what I've seen in the trailer so far. I think it's a good trailer that it didn't fully give away what's going to happen or allude to how it's going to end, because some trailers kind of show you all the good bits in the trailer and then there's nothing left. So I don't think that's the case for here, but it's left us wanting to watch it but also needing to know more info. It hasn't kind of ended it and go, oh well, we'll just wait to the movie. Like, I want to see another trailer to find out a bit more. And I think that the storyline will deliver and the visuals will just be an added effect, opposed to a movie like Avatar, which was all visuals and no story. So I think that I think this will be visual and story combined.
Do you like the director choice, Sam Raimi from the original Spider-Man trilogy?
I don't really follow directors as such. Like, I'm sure if you listed movies that people have directed, I'd go, oh, okay, I know that guy. But ultimately, Marvel have their own kind of style, and they tactically pick the director they think's going to deliver the style they want for that movie. I did like the original 3 Spider-Man movies, so I guess based on that, it's a good choice. But I don't know enough about the guy. I maybe don't appreciate directors as much as I should. Then, What about yourself? Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I think he's a good director. Obviously, Marvel have faith in him to let him direct Doctor Strange into the Multiverse because it's the biggest MCU movie. I would say even bigger than Thor: Love and Thunder. Like, it's bringing in the multiverse.
Yeah. Based on that, I imagine that it's going to be more serious than comedy based because they're based on his track record with the Spider-Man movies, they were definitely more of a serious nature.
And do you like that tone?
I think so. I don't think this can have the same comedy that Thor's movies tend to bring, or they might get like Taika Waititi to direct it. They want something a bit more serious, and I wouldn't say dark. They don't go the dark direction, but they definitely want this to be more serious.
So, when it comes out May 6th, you're definitely gonna watch it and enjoy the film?
Yeah, for sure. I'll go out and see it probably the day it's released, if not within the first 2 or 3 days. I think I'll probably go see it in VMAX, maybe even 4DX, depending if it's on in 4DX. I do really like getting thrown around and feeling I know you feel more involved in the movie, and I think this would be a good one to see it in. And what about yourself? Are you likely to go see it?
Of course, yes.
Yeah? Okay, well, I guess we'll be reviewing it once it's out.
Do you find it strange that people have given up on the MCU when Endgame finished? Because this movie is going to be the main point for the next storyline. So do you feel like people that have kind of gone, well, Endgame was the last point, do you feel like they're kind of letting themselves down by not continuing with this amazing storytelling with comic books and things like that?
I think they're letting themselves down. Really, I think Endgame was movie 20, something like
22,
that.
yeah.
So I know people say, well, there's lots of movies before that, but most of them were like origin stories to the characters that were required for Endgame. So that's why there was a lot. So if you really break it down, Endgame and the whole Thanos thing only took up, 3 or 4 movies. And then now these new themes, they're exciting. We've moved on from Thanos. The characters are developed, and now we're getting newer characters. They don't have to build. Like, they link in, but they don't need 20 movies to build to the next villain. They can kind of bring some major villain in much quicker now because we've got the backstories to all the characters. So, yeah, I think people that have given up then are silly. I think that's only getting better.
I definitely agree with that. Well, thank you for helping, Luke. Hope you enjoyed the trailer reaction. Definitely hyped to see it and enjoy its goodness. Like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Let the force be with you. Bye-bye.